Is it still fun?
Yeah, it's
Why?
always fun.
Why? It's been
Since
so
I'm a
many
little kid.
years of doing
I don't
this.
know. I don't know anything else but, and I enjoy it.
What secret did Frankie Avalon keep buried for decades about his relationship with Ricky Nelson? Why did the world believe these two teen idols were bitter rivals when the truth was something entirely different? And what does Avalon now regret never telling Nelson before his tragic death in 1985? At 84 years old, the legendary singer is finally ready to set the record straight about a friendship the world never truly understood. Francis Thomas Avalon was born on September 18, 1940, in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Growing up in a working-class Italian-American family, young Frankie discovered something extraordinary about himself at a remarkably young age. By the time he was still a child, he had already mastered the trumpet, an instrument that would become the foundation of his first professional successes and set him apart from countless other aspiring performers of his generation. His early musical promise didn't go unnoticed. As a teenager, Avalon began performing locally and quickly attracted the attention of industry professionals who recognized not just his musical skill, but something else equally valuable, his wholesome, boy-next-door appeal. Initially, his recordings were instrumental trumpet pieces, several of which became hits and showcased his remarkable technical ability. But it was his transition to vocal performances that would catapult him into the stratosphere of national stardom. With his clean-cut looks, warm smile, and smooth, earnest voice, Frankie Avalon became the very image of the American teen idol. During the late 1950s and early 1960s, he dominated the pop charts with a string of memorable hits, including Venus, Why, Just Ask Your Heart, and Don't Let Pass Me By. These songs, often romantic and emotionally sincere, resonated deeply with young audiences navigating their first experiences with love and heartbreak. At a time when rock and roll was rapidly evolving, Frankie Avalon offered something reassuring, music that was passionate yet gentle, exciting yet safe. His success was not fleeting. He earned multiple gold records and consistently ranked among the top artists of his era. But Avalon's talents extended far beyond the recording studio. He seamlessly expanded his career into film, becoming a central figure in the immensely popular beach party movie genre of the 1960s. Paired frequently with Annette Funicello, Avalon starred in lighthearted, sun-soaked films such as Beach Party, Muscle Beach Party, Bikini Beach, and Beach Blanket Bingo. These movies, filled with catchy songs, carefree romance, and youthful exuberance, became cultural touchstones and helped define a generation's idea of fun and freedom. The on-screen chemistry between Avalon and Funicello was particularly beloved, embodying innocence, optimism, and the joy of young love. While some critics dismissed these films as frivolous, their lasting appeal tells a different story. Frankie Avalon's performances brought warmth and authenticity to roles that could easily have felt superficial. His charm felt genuine, his humor natural, and his presence comforting. In an era of rapid social change, these films offered audiences a sense of escape and happiness, qualities that continue to draw fans decades later. As musical tastes shifted in the mid-1960s with the rise of the British invasion and more rebellious rock sounds, Avalon gracefully adapted. Rather than fading away, he diversified his work, appearing on television, performing live concerts, and later embracing nostalgia tours that celebrated the music of his youth. He demonstrated impressive range as an entertainer, taking on comedic and character roles, including a memorable appearance in the hit 1978 film Grease, where he played the teen angel. His self-aware performance of Beauty School Dropout charmed a new generation of fans and showcased his ability to laugh affectionately at his own legacy while still honoring it. Unlike many teen idols whose fame faded quickly, Frankie Avalon demonstrated remarkable longevity. In 2007, he returned to Beauty School Dropout, delivering a nostalgic yet vibrant performance on NBC's hit reality competition Grease. You're the One That I Want, alongside the 4 remaining female contenders vying for the coveted role of Sandy. For longtime fans, it was a thrilling reminder of the song's enduring charm. For younger viewers, it was an introduction to the man who helped define an entire musical generation. On April 8, 2009, he appeared on American Idol, one of the most influential talent shows of the era, once again proving that his appeal transcended decades. His performance was met with warm applause and admiration as audiences recognized not only his timeless voice and charisma, but also the remarkable longevity of his career. Beyond Telef, Avalon has remained a dynamic and engaging live performer through a long-running concert tour that celebrates the golden age of early 1960s pop. Teaming up with fellow Philadelphia-born teen idols Fabian and Bobby Rydell, he has toured under the banner Dick Fox's Golden Boys, a show that blends nostalgia, showmanship, and heartfelt storytelling. Frankie Avalon's personal life has long stood in quiet contrast to the whirlwind fame and public adoration that defined his career. At the heart of that private world is his enduring marriage to Catherine K. Diebel. The two were married on January 19, 1963, at a time when Avalon was one of the most recognizable and sought-after young stars in America. Teen idols rarely enjoyed stable, lasting relationships, yet Avalon's marriage would ultimately become one of the most enduring love stories to emerge from the golden age of pop stardom. K. Diebel was not part of the entertainment industry, which may have been part of what initially drew Avalon to her. She was a beauty pageant winner, admired not only for her physical beauty but also for her grace, poise, and down-to-earth nature. Their meeting has often been described as refreshingly ordinary. The two reportedly met while playing cards at a friend's house, a far cry from the glamorous Hollywood parties or industry events that usually surrounded Avalon's life. Their marriage, which has lasted for more than 6 decades, stands as a rare and remarkable achievement in the entertainment world. Together, Frankie and Kay Avalon built a large, close-knit family. They are the parents of 8 children, a testament to their shared belief in family, tradition, and togetherness. As the years passed, the Avalon family continued to grow, eventually welcoming 10 grandchildren. One of their children, Frankie Avalon Jr., briefly followed his father into the world of acting. He is best known for appearing in the original The Karate Kid, a film that has since become a beloved classic. But now, at 84 years old, Frankie Avalon finally chose to open a window into a chapter of his life he had long kept private: the complicated, heartfelt memories of his friendship with Ricky Nelson. Time, he felt, had softened the sharpest edges of nostalgia, allowing him to speak not with bitterness or rivalry, but with perspective, affection, and honesty. People always wanted to pit us against each other, Avalon reflected. Ricky and I were supposed to be rivals, like there was only room for one of us. But the truth is, we were just 2 kids trying to figure out who we were while the whole world watched. He remembered how sudden fame had arrived for both of them, how screaming fans and chart-topping records came long before emotional maturity. In that whirlwind, Nelson, already famous from The Adventures of Ozzie and Harriet, seemed to Avalon more sea-sown yet also more burdened. I admired Ricky more than people ever knew, Avalon said. He had music in his bones. Rock and roll wasn't something he put on like a jacket. It was part of him. Avalon recalled watching Nelson evolve as an artist, determined to be taken seriously beyond his television image. That struggle resonated deeply with him. We were both boxed in by our success. The audience loved us for what we represented, but they didn't always want to see us grow. Avalon admitted that in their youth, neither of them had the tools to talk openly about the pressure they were under. Back then, you didn't sit around talking about feelings, he said. You smiled, you sang, and you showed up on time. Yet, beneath that polished exterior, Avalon sensed Nelson's quiet frustration. Ricky wanted respect, not just applause. And that takes courage when the industry wants you frozen in time. With age came regret, not of words spoken, but of words left unsaid. I wish I had told him how much I respected his fight to be himself, Avalon shared softly. We all thought there'd be more time. Nelson's tragic death in 1985 forced Avalon to confront how fleeting those early years truly were. When Ricky was gone, it hit me hard. It wasn't just the loss of a friend. It was the loss of a shared past, a time only we could understand. At 84, Avalon no longer speaks as a teen idol, but as a survivor of an era that chewed up young talent and rarely looked back. Ricky deserved more credit than he got while he was alive, he said. He stayed true to his music even when it cost him popularity. That takes integrity. In his voice now is not sadness, but reverence. History's been kinder to him than the moment ever was. And I'm glad for that. Ultimately, Avalon's reflections are not about rivalry, but about brotherhood forged under impossible circumstances. We were part of something bigger than ourselves, he concluded. And Ricky, he mattered. Not just to the charts, not just to the fans, but to me. Frankie Avalon's revelations remind us that behind the headlines and the manufactured rivalries, there were real human beings navigating extraordinary pressures at impossibly young ages. His honesty at 84 is a gift, not just to Ricky Nelson's memory, but to all of us who grew up believing the myths we were told about our heroes.